Hello again. Thanks for joining me. Today is Monday, May 11th, and I have a lot to report. Paul went into the hospital last Wednesday, and so far he's received 5 days of intensive chemotherapy. This is to prepare his body and his bone marrow for his transplant. And now he's on a 2-day rest, and then this Wednesday he will be getting his stem cells. And these are stem cells donated by his younger sister, and everything went great with that. She only had to go in 1 day, and they got everything they needed. And it was a bit of an ordeal for her, and we are so grateful to her. This incredible gift of life that she's given to her brother. So very happy about that. Now, I am not at the hospital. You may wonder why. With the coronavirus, they have strict rules, and I am allowed to go and see him, but when I go, I have to commit to staying overnight and not leaving because they don't want people going in and out of the hospital. On one hand, I do understand that. On the other hand, it's very frustrating because I want to be with him, and it felt really awful leaving him at the hospital. They did allow me to go in and help get him set up. We got his suitcase unpacked, got everything in place, his shaver, his flosser, everything all set to go, but then I had to leave him there. So we've been talking through FaceTime, and we've been talking 3 times a day for the most part, and but it's just not the same as being there. So I then came home, and I've been doing some home prep. I went through our back porch and I uncluttered that, and I mainly wanted to do this because I wanted to get the cleaning supplies all organized, easy to find, so that when he does come home, well, just in general, cleaning will be a lot easier if I know where to find stuff. And when he comes home from the hospital, then we'll be able to keep everything very clean. And I found all sorts of stuff that I threw out. Some things I had duplicates where this half was used and this quarter was left, and I kind of combined everything. So that was good. It's looking really nice. I'm not completely done, but I'm almost done. So that was one area, another area that I wanted to get tidied up. And I'm still going to work on, I want to go through the bathroom and all my cosmetics, get that sorted out. And also my kitchen. The kitchen isn't too terrible. We have a lot of stuff in the cabinets that probably could be purged, and I will go through that. But I wanted to get these main areas done because the cleaners, I have them all set up. They're going to come on May 26th or 27th. They're going to wash the walls, steam all the upholstery, get the baseboards, the floors, the windows. They're going to totally clean the duct system so the air is nice and clean. And the carpets, they're also going to clean the carpets. So that's all kind of set to go. I've got Leo set up for his board and train. This is a place in Chicago that he's going to go to called Spot Run, and he loves it there. He's been there before, and he did board and train with them before and had a good time. So he's going to go and stay with them for a while, just until we can get Paul settled in the house and make sure that his white blood cell count is getting higher and that he's in less danger. Leo doesn't usually interact with Paul just because Paul's not really a dog person. He'll take him for walks, he'll feed him treats, but he's not one to like hug a dog. So, but we don't want them to come near each other while Paul is immunocompromised. So, and the lady at Spot Run said that we can kind of keep an open-ended end date, which is wonderful. That way we can assess how Paul is doing and go from there as far as Leo. So getting back to me going to the hospital, that's all set. I'm going to go in this Wednesday, and so I have to do my laundry and packing, get all that set to go, and figure out what amusements I'm going to bring with, because a lot of what I'm going to be doing there is mainly just being there for Paul. If he needs me to keep him company, he may be very sick, and so I'm just going to be there. So if he needs something, I can help him. I can help him to the bathroom. If he's nauseated, vomiting, I can help him with that, holding the basin for him and all that kind of stuff. But mostly just to be there for moral support. I had originally, before all this coronavirus happened, I had originally planned on being at home as needed to get the house ready, but then for the most part being down there visiting him each day. But I was always planning on coming back home, and that was so I could be with my grandson who stays with us part-time, and also to take care of Leo and my cat. So we've got everything all set as far as that for this week that I'm going to be away. And then I still have some things I need to buy. I need to buy some sort of storage for Paul's room, which is currently the front parlor. He's going to be down there because it's just easier for him to go to and from the bathroom, to and from the dining room, and he doesn't have to worry about the stairs. I also just spoke with a draper's company because in the parlor we currently just have lace curtains, which doesn't afford a lot of privacy, but also it's an eastern exposure, and so the sun in the morning comes in so bright. So we wanted to get some drapes made. We're also going to get just a regular rod pocket curtain to hang on the doorway of the parlor, again, so that once Paul is a little better and if people stop by and he's resting, we can just have the drape pulled so he has a little more privacy. When I go in on Wednesday, I plan on staying for a week with Paul there. And I'm not sure how everything will work with this. We have to keep his bathroom for him alone, and I'm totally fine with that. I think they're having me go downstairs to a different floor to take my shower, and right outside the unit there is a bathroom. They do have a restaurant 3 floors down from where Paul is, where I can go and get some meals, or I can order from the hospital cafeteria menu. Paul said it's not too bad, but he recommended that I go to the 7th floor if that's allowed. And I think it is, at least from what he's spoken with the nurses there about, that it is okay. I've also ordered some semi-healthy snacks that I'm going to bring. I had packed up snacks for Paul. His snacks are more caloric and probably not the most healthy stuff, but I packed them because I knew it was stuff that he likes, and if he's having trouble eating and if that's all he can eat is a cookie, then yay. So he has his snacks there, and then I'm going to bring these kind of healthier snacks there because I am trying to get some of this weight off that I've put on from my marathon eating, my marathon stress eating, and then my COVID quarantine, nothing else to do but eat, weight gain. I have been trying to exercise too, kind of going off on a tangent here, but anyway, that's what's going on. So I think that kind of covers everything. We have, my grandson is going to go with my daughter, his mom. He'll stay with her for the week. He does like to come back here just because some of his video games are over here, so they're probably going to take those with. And then my cat, we're hoping can go with my other daughter. She's staying at my mother-in-law's house. My mother-in-law doesn't live there anymore, but she doesn't much care for cats. So we're hoping that she'll be okay with the cat coming and staying in the basement just for the week while I'm gone. My daughter Kristen actually went through the process of fixing some basement doors so they would actually shut, specifically for the cat to come and stay there if my mother-in-law will allow it. We don't know if she will. She's not going to move back there, but I think the thought of it just bothers her. So, you know, we got to go with what she says. It's her house, so whatever. So the pets will be taken care of, and my grandson will be taken care of, and then I do have to come back then, because then we move into the intensive phase of home prep with all the cleaning and setting up. I think that the hospital is going to arrange for home supplies, because they did say that Paul will probably go home and need to receive IV fluids, not continuously, but he will need boluses throughout the day, and they're going to train me how to do that. I mean, obviously I know how to take care of a central line. I've done this before. However, I take care of babies. Big difference, and the fluid rates are completely different and to me seem astronomical. So that's going to be a big change. Shift my focus, do adult medicine after how many years? 35 years since I've done adult medicine. Yikes. So yeah, big learning curve there, but I can do it, I know. So that should be fine. And then we just have to hope and pray that Paul is not going to get too sick. So far, he's doing great. However, they did warn us that even though he's been getting these 5 days of chemotherapy, it takes a while, you know, as his body starts to get rid of, you know, the chemo, and it starts, he basically, I think, detoxing. Don't quote me, I don't know if I'm right here, but that was kind of my understanding, that it's almost like he's going to get sick as he detoxes. But then also they're going to be giving him medication so he does not reject the stem cells, and I think that that can make him sick too. He may get some additional chemotherapy, but they said it's not likely because he and his sister were a 100% match. So there's less of a chance of rejection. So hopefully he won't get too sick. So far he hasn't lost his hair. I told him, don't worry, I don't care. I'll love you anyway. Bald, with hair, doesn't matter. I just don't want him to feel sick. So anyway, so that's what's going on. And I'll probably do another video before I leave to go to the hospital to stay with Paul. Hopefully I will be so inclined. And then eventually I think I'll show some home prep. I'll show some more uncluttering as I'm doing it, and I'll show maybe a little bit of the cleaning process. I don't want to put these people on video that probably really don't want to be on video, but I'll kind of, you know, just pan through and just to kind of document what we're doing, so so that people who maybe are going to be going through this know what's involved. And yeah, and then I'll try to do a little bit of vlogging from the hospital and give updates on how Paul's feeling, you know, in correspondence with the days and what's been happening, what he's already received and what he's going to currently be receiving, again, to share, so that if you're going through this with a loved one, you'll have some idea what to expect. So anyway, thanks for joining me, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.